Hello everybody, welcome back to SheffPlays Zombie Critique, and in today's video we are talking about Classified, which is the 5 remake. And you know what, it's not too bad. It kind of feels like a fresh coat of paint. But without further ado, let's do our pros, our cons, rating recommendation, and close out the video. So for pros, like I just said, it really does feel like a fresh coat of paint, because it doesn't change too much and it does look really, really nice. Also, they didn't change a ton with it. Like they added some areas here and there. They changed the pack-a-punch a little bit, but it is relatively the same. And you know what? The pack-a-punch thing is kind of nitpicky for me, but we'll talk about that more in the cons. Like I'll explain it. The pack camos are super nice. Like, and they just look really cool. They kind of had to grow on me. But then I noticed with them that there's little hidden details in them, like they're classified wrappings on the weapon. And with one of them, I noticed there's a picture of Hudson with his eyes blacked out, and there's a ton of little information, and I could make out that it wasn't just lettering on like the paperwork that's on the camo itself. It's a live moving camo, so it's really hard to get solid glimpses at it, but I was able to make out that they were actually words, and it wasn't just a ton of letters to look like words. So I want to find a way to figure out what exactly they do say, because if there's a picture of Hudson in there, and there was a picture of the White House, there was a picture of the original Classified or 5 crew, like I'm really curious what else is hidden in those camos, and I'll definitely have to look into it. Also, they have the mystery box TVs. They kept those, which is really nice, especially when you're at a point where I am, where like I think I have 3 or 4 weapons left to get dark matter for. So trying to get them specifically out of the box, it can be kind of a pain, especially when you get the monkey, the teddy bear, and there's little TVs above each mystery box location that will kind of give you an idea of where the box is, because it'll show you which part of the facility it's in, whether it's in the starting room, the area I'm in now, or the lab, and then a picture right above it, and which sometimes is a little more vague than others, but for the most part it's pretty easy to find. The colors in this map pop, which is weird for how dark and dreary this map kind of looks. The colors that do come through really do shine. Like, you can kind of see it, the lighting from the fluorescent lights really looks like legitimate fluorescent lights. The lighting on the ceiling of the map there, it looks really, really pretty, and I really like it. And lastly, there is a small Robert reference. I have such a hard time saying his last name, I don't know why. Magnavara, or Magnavara, right in the beginning with that door over there that I'm kind of looking at now. If you go up to that and you knife it or interact with it a couple times, you'll hear him speak, and you'll hear a couple of phone rings, and then Samantha will yell to leave him alone, and a ton of either dogs or Nova crawlers will spawn in the map, and it's just a quick way for extra points, and it is a really cool reference. Even though in all honesty he is my least favorite character out of the original crew, it's a really cool thing that they threw in there. Now for the cons. Now this might be a weird one because I know a lot of people don't like him, but there's no thief or even special enemy type really, besides what you'd expect to see. And I feel like it's kind of a they didn't really do justice to that part of the map, because I feel like a big part of why people remember 5 is the Pentagon Thief, for better or for worse. And it just feels like they could have replaced him with something else, because he's not in there at all. There's no type of enemy like that. Instead of on those rounds, you get Hellhounds. I just really feel like they missed an opportunity to do something cool, even if they did bring him back, which I know probably wouldn't have made sense story wise, but it would have been kind of a neat thing for them to do, in my opinion. And the Pack-a-Punch at No Man's Land from Moon. Now, I think it's a cool detail. Don't get me wrong. I think it's pretty dope. But I really would have liked for the Pack-a-Punch to still be in the Oval Office. Um, or the conference room. Now, I when you go to Pack-a-Punch, you have to go to that location anyway to get one of the Pack-a-Punch pieces to actually build it, like the teleporter to it. But other than that, there's really no incentive to return to it, and I think it's a really cool, like, space within the map. And it just, I don't know, it feels like it was wasted opportunity. Although going there is really cool. Like, going to this area, it's pretty cool, it's nice. But it just, I don't know. I feel like they dropped the ball with that little detail. And overall, I think my rating for this one is an 8.5. I do recommend it, and I hope you enjoyed. Hope you're having a good day. If you're watching early on, have a good rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one, and until then, keep surviving. And also, I know that a lot of people were kind of upset that they just did remakes for these characters, like in terms of their 4 maps. And I think they're kind of hit or miss, but part of me wonders if maybe it was their response to Zombies Chronicles 2, to see if people would be okay with the remakes, or if they would just, if they responded better to just the remasters from Zombie Chronicles. No real backing behind that, but it was just a thought that I had while I was recording this, because I know everybody was still sparking up, like, are we going to get it, are we not? So, I don't know. It's just something I thought about, and wonder if there's any backing to it. But yeah, until the next one, see you.